Namaste, this is Janet. And in this video, I'd like to explain to you a little bit more about the 4 modules that I offer. So in the first teacher training module, which is the 110-hour Yin Yang, I will talk about the human skeletal variation, how we are different in our bones and how our proportions are different, so we should practice differently. And then we will talk about how to sequence our practice, mainly how to make a Vinyasa practice into somewhat a Hatha-like practice, or all the way to a Yin Yoga practice. So from strong, intense practice to a softer practice. And then lastly, we'll talk about the functional purpose of different poses, of the Yin poses and of the Yang poses. In the 90-hour Living Our Yoga module, we'll talk about one of the classic yoga texts, which is the Yoga Sutras. So yoga is to be lived. It is not just something we should be doing on our yoga mat. And so by studying the Yoga Sutras, we will look at ways to apply the teachings of the Yoga Sutras into our everyday life, so we can truly live a peaceful life and share this peace with our students. Within the 60-hour Healing Our Hearts module, we'll be talking about teaching authentically. And what that means is, sometimes teachers, they teach with a teaching tone, which is very different from their personal tone. And in order for us to inspire our students, we need to be ourselves, truly. So it is important to be able to share our personal stories with our students. And in order for us to do that, we would need to look at our pain, because a lot of times we want to cover up our pain, and that's why we start to not become authentic. So within this module, we are going to learn about how to take care of our pain, as well as how to be true in front of our students and people in general. The last module is a 150-hour Mindfulness Yoga module. The word mindfulness means to be equanimous towards every experiences within our human body. In order to do that, we'll be studying one of the Buddhist texts called Satipatthana. And it covers the 4 foundations of mindfulness, namely becoming aware of the body, the feelings, the mind, and the universal truth, in order to free ourselves from the suffering we have in our life. Besides the Satipatthana, we will also be studying the Noble Eightfold Path, which is very similar with the Yoga Sutras. And also what I find very complementary to the Yoga Sutras and the Noble Eightfold Path is the 4 Noble Truths. And we'll study that too. So all these texts are very valuable to us. However, if we can only take it to our hearts instead of just thinking about them or understanding about them in our head. And so the mindfulness training program will be broken into 3 main sections, and that spreads across the course of 8 weeks. And the first week will be together for a 7-day training, which I will start talking about the foundations and then the text, so that students will have a brief understanding of the material. Then we'll break off for a 5-week self-practice period, where students will be receiving different homeworks and different writing exercises with each week. And then we'll come back together after the 5-week self-study for a 10-day teacher training program together. So then I'll start to look at each one's homework, and then we can have a fine-tuned understanding of the material in order to enhance the understanding of the material properly. And since it's called the Mindfulness Yoga training program, of course we're going to talk about how to apply the mindfulness within the yoga practice itself. And so this is the brief explanation about the 4 modules that I'll be offering. And if you want more information, feel free to check out my website. And if you still have questions, you can email me. So I look forward to seeing you, and thank you very much. Namaste.